What's going on, car family? I am Ben Wayne, back with another video. Today we are here at Bentley Atlanta to go over the 2016 Bentley Continental V8 S convertible. This will be considered the sporting edge of the Bentley Continental range, but it's not to be confused with a full-blown sports car. This is considered a high-end luxury grand touring car. The craftsmanship that went into this car alone makes it more art than a vehicle. So today we're going to go over the ins and outs of the Bentley Continental V8 S convertible and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Let's focus on some of the exterior characteristics of this car. Now, if you just take a quick look, you'll notice that the Bentley Continental GT V8 S features a simple yet clean and classy design. That means this car doesn't have to be reinvented every 4 years or so like most of the cars in its segment. Now, this simple and clean design is aided by the use of a technique called superforming, and that's a technique from the aerospace industry. Superforming involves heating these metal panels up to 500 degrees Celsius and using gas pressure to blow them onto a male or female part to create complex body shapes. That's going to get you the knife edge lines that you see along the car's bodywork. It's pretty neat and cool and simple design, and gives that Bentley Continental GT those knife edge like creases all over the body. Now, focusing on the front of the Bentley GT V8 S convertible, you'll notice you get bi-xenon headlamps with twin LED accent lamps on either side. And then you get the traditional Bentley Matrix grille, which looks really nice in chrome and also can be had in a black finish. Let's focus on the rear of the Bentley Continental V8 S. One of the first things you'll notice is that you have LED tail lamps that closely mimic the shape of the exhaust tips. So that's another neat feature and shows you how closely Bentley pays attention to detail on its vehicles. Now, focusing on the exhaust tips, you'll notice that they're shaped like a figure 8, and that's to represent the car's V8 power plant, as opposed to the W12 found in the Continental GT or Continental GT Speed models. There are quite a few features that set the Bentley Continental V8 S apart from the traditional Continental. For example, the overall ride height has been dropped by 10 millimeters. The springs and dampers have been revised, and steering has been enhanced to provide a sharper sensation while driving. This particular model of the Continental V8 S comes equipped with 21-inch 6 twin-spoke alloy wheels, and up front you're getting iron brake rotors that are 14 inches in diameter, and in the rear your iron brake rotors will be 13.2 inches in diameter. Now, both wheels in the front and rear come wrapped in Pirelli P0 tires that are 275. Now, one thing that you want to know is that Bentley wheels that have the red badge in the middle denote that they are V8 S models as opposed to the W12 models. Now, since this is a convertible, let me give you a quick demonstration on how the soft top works. It's pretty neat. So I'll simply get in the car, and this can be done by the remote too, but I'll just do it in the car. And what's neat about this soft top is that it's fully insulated. It's composed of 4 layers. And what's great about having 4 layers is that it makes the soft top really thick, so you can't see any of the stiffeners that support the top. So it gives the car a nice smooth appeal when the top is fully operational and when it's stored up. And again, since this is a Bentley, it's fully customizable, so the top is available in a variety of colors. So I will go ahead and put it back down now. Just to reiterate how smooth the process is. And boom, you're done. Now it's time to take a look under the hood of the Continental V8 S. Under the hood, you're going to find a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8 producing 520 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 502 pound-feet of torque at a very low 1,700 RPM. Now, the turbos for this motor have been placed within inside the V to mitigate any wasted energy and reduce engine weight. This engine also features a variable displacement feature, which means it can deactivate up to 4 cylinders based on throttle response. Now, another key feature are the dynamic engine mounts. These engine mounts can change to a soft state while the car is idling to isolate the occupants from vibration. Now, when you're driving faster, they switch to a hard state. All this is controlled by a 32-bit core processor at the heart of the engine to make these changes with exceptional smoothness. Now this motor is connected to an 8-speed transmission, which is capable of getting the car from 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds. And the overall top speed comes in just north of 190 miles per hour. So now that we've talked about some of the engine's features, let's close the hood and focus on the car's interior. Now the interior of this particular model is just unmatched. It's truly amazing. As soon as you sit in this car, you can feel the high quality materials, the craftsmanship, the effort, and all the time it took into constructing something that's just this magnificent. So let's go ahead and start with the top of the dash here and work our way down. So of course you're gonna have smooth black leather trim, and then you have contrast red stitching throughout, which really pops it off. You have wooden veneer in the center console here, and then you have chrome air conditioning vents with these organ stops here to open and close them. You also have a Breitling clock in the middle here, which gives it a nice classy touch. Coming further down, you have your infotainment system, that's a touch screen. You have your controls for your air conditioning system, and then you have your gear selector, which has a nice knurled finish on the top here. Coming further back, you have controls for your heated and ventilated seats, 2 cup holders, and then storage in the center console section here. Let's check out the steering wheel of the Bentley Continental V8 S. And just a side note here, the reason why I like to cover the steering wheel in all of my videos is because personally I feel like this is one of the most important parts of a car. You interface with this part all the time, so when it's high quality, it really makes the car feel that much more on point. So in this particular model, you have black leather and then red contrast leather on the interior portion of the steering wheel, and then black contrast stitching, and then you have your aluminum brightwork in the middle with the traditional Bentley symbol. This steering wheel looks amazing. And behind the steering wheel, you have 2 paddles for downshifting and upshifting. And not only do they look good, they feel good to the touch because there's knurling on the back edges of them. They feel really nice in my hands, and it makes me feel like I will have great control of the car. Let's focus briefly on the seats here. They deserve to get some recognition. They're hand-stitched, fluted red leather seats, and against this white exterior, they absolutely set the car off. Now, since this is a convertible, there's a feature here that allows you to get warm air blowing around your neck when you have the top down on cooler days, so that allows you to enjoy the car a little bit more with the top down year round. As I mentioned before, the seats are also ventilated and heated. I mean, just look at the quality and the craftsmanship of these seats. It's just unmatched compared to anything else. They feel absolutely great when you sit in them. I mean, you could take this car on a road trip and just drive for hours. Let's focus on the door panel briefly. At the top, you're getting black leather with red contrast stitching, and then you get a nice large wooden veneer panel here, and then a red leather section, which is excellent contrast against the black leather up top. You're getting an aluminum door handle, controls for all 4 windows, and then you have a nice storage area here, again with contrast red stitching on the bottom. Well, that was a brief tour of the Bentley Continental V8 S convertible. This car is truly magnificent. I wish I could have one myself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to check out any of the other cars Bentley has in their inventory, be sure to visit BentleyAtlanta.com. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.